Okay, you guys, welcome to our Tuesday night Tea Hustle and Heart Zoom. My name is Hope Weston. I am a lifetime ranked triple diamond with It Works. Been in the business for just over 6 years, well, 6.5 years now. And I'm really excited to bring you guys this Zoom tonight. It is all the people on my personal team who have completed at least one cycle of getting their foreign friend. So these are all women who have earned their foreign friend, if not way more customers or way more distributors or whatever. And they're just going to share their best tips and tricks with you. So I do have like a couple questions I'm going to ask you guys. And then I will go at the end and share my own. I'm actually one distributor away from my success bonus right now, which is really exciting. So first up, I'm going to bring my girl, Des. I'm going to add her to the spotlight.
Hi, guys.
So, hi. So real fast, before we get into the tips and stuff, just share with me a little bit about who you are, how long you've been in, why you joined, all that good stuff. And then we'll jump into like what you're doing right now for your business.
Got it. So all of you guys who don't know me, my name is Desiree. I started It Works in November. And I started because I work as a full-time mom, or I work as a full-time healthcare worker, and I'm a full-time mama. And literally I've watched Hope, I don't even know how long, 3 years, 2.5 years. And I kept ghosting her on products, on, becoming a distributor. And I remember just one day I'm like, I'm going in, because I seen her. I actually got to experience all of what she was going through. And it's just one of those moments where you feel like, okay, I'm ready. I'm nervous, but I'm ready. And just by starting the amazing support that I get from everybody, I mean, it's just phenomenal, and it keeps you guys going. And I never gave up on me pushing for my foreign one. And when I got it, I was so thrilled. So I want
you guys to hear this. Okay, so we started the foreign friend promotion at the beginning of September. Des came in at the end of November, and she very quickly enrolled 4 customers. And her and I worked together very, very closely. And she had so many PDTs, and we missed it. We missed her first 30 days foreign friend. And excuse me, how many of you guys have missed a goal? Like, I've been in the business 6.5 years. Like, I have missed many goals in my time. And it's something that like you can totally let it mentally take you out of the game. But Des was just like, you know what? No, like, I earned a $50 bonus from getting my 4 customers, and I'm earning commission, and it's the holiday, and I was pumping her up. I was like, but the boom season is coming though, is what you need to know, is that like, this isn't even like, this is December. Like, you haven't even seen like a February or a March yet. And so I was just pouring into her. And so she continued to earn her loyal customer bonuses. You guys, if you have not gone through and read our Fast Start bonus program, we have the best Fast Start bonus program in the industry, period. Because you can earn bonuses just from enrolling customers, and then you can earn these tier 1 foreign friend bonuses, and then you can also earn the Fast Start bonuses. So you've earned now 6 or 7 $50 customer bonuses, right? Because you were just kept bringing in these customers. And then just last week, your girl did it. She enrolled her first distributor. I was literally jumping up and down for her. And so I tell you guys this story, and I wanted Des to talk tonight just to show you, like, I didn't enroll my first distributor in my first 30 days either. It took me about 7.5 weeks to get that first person to join my team. So no matter how long it takes you guys, like, these bonuses are unlimited. They're not going away anytime soon. You just keep working for it, and like, it's going to happen. So talk to us a little bit about these LCs, girl, because you have been a very consistent customer enroller since you came into the business. So talk to me a little bit about what you're doing to enroll customers.
So I've gotten real comfortable with talking to people about our product, especially because I'm on it. And once, like you guys said, once you're hyped up about it, other people start vibing off of you. You know what I mean? And the fact that you can now say, this helped me gain my confidence. I've lost 10 pounds with these products. Like I'm showing you the results. I'm telling you my personal story. And that's when I really just started like just community and all of like what you guys been saying with follow-ups. I mean, follow-up Friday is like where it's at, because so many people forget, and you guys know too, is they'll let you know that, okay, I totally forgot. I'm sorry, I ghosted you. And you just kind of remind them. And like a lot of you guys said is, they know that life catches up to them. And that's just us being there as, a reminder to them that we're still here. We're still going to ask, because we know how excited you were in the beginning to talk about these products and help you reach your goals. And a lot of H&Ps. I mean, those are so like, I mean, it's amazing how much people, I don't even know the words I'm looking for. I'm just like excited about it.
Like we're just like, we are I want you guys to really like, yes, we're on social media and it's all about the social media marketing and its systems and its video content. And it's all these things, but we are a networking business, you guys. Network marketing is decades old. And the best way to do a networking business is to rapidly grow your network as much as you can. And so I remember that from the very first week that you were in the business, I brought you in, we talked about the products, and then I said, let me teach you how to host a post. And you have very consistently, maybe not 10 every single day. I mean, I can't even say I've gotten up 10 every single day, but very consistently Des has worked on host to post. She's getting, some days she gets up 10, 15. Some days she doesn't get up as many, but she's always growing her network. And the reason that is so important is because then when you do put up those posts on your page about your coffee and you're in your stories and you're drinking it and you're sharing that other people are ordering, people are watching that and they want to be part of something. And so that's something that Des has just been really, really consistent at. And I want you guys to just hear when I say consistent, because she started at the end of November, is she's drinking her coffee and she's posting about drinking her coffee and it's in her stories and she's taking her pictures with her mug, and she puts it into her life post, but she also puts it into her product post. And so maybe for you, it's not the coffee. I know that my girl Kendra, we're going to hear from tonight, coffee is not her jam. She's like not into it, but like she loves the slimming gummies. And so she talks about the gummies and she takes the gummies in her stories, and that's like what she sold so much of. So whatever product for you that you want to find and latch onto, and you weave it through, it's in your stories and it's in your product posts and it's in your life posts. And it's just when you're genuinely having conversations with people, you're excited about it. Like you're pumped to tell them about this product that's changing your life. And that's when that magic starts to happen and you start to really get those consistent enrollments, because people are going to be as excited about it as you are. So when you just enrolled your first distributor, you are charted for executives. So talk to me a little bit about just mindset and how you've sort of kept going when you didn't get the distributor, when like it happens to everybody, when you thought they were going to sign up and they didn't, you were talking to someone who was so pumped and then they gave you every objection under the sun, all of these things that happen. How do you keep yourself going, and how did it feel to like finally seal the deal with this distributor?
And I can't even express to you how many no's I've gotten on distributors, like over and over. I mean, it's time, it's money, and it throws you back, but it just, something fires up in you and you're just like, I'm not going to give up. As many no's. And that's what another thing about it is, you're going to get no's. But again, with the follow-up Fridays, I mean, and a lot of the people that I talk to, with the LC H&Ps, if they don't want any products, I ask, okay, can I give you a post to share with others? And that's how I've been really reeling in the PDTs, is the host to posts on Instagram. Like it's crazy how much I'm blowing up in that section. And I'm getting a lot more people that are reaching out to me, either text or in my DMs on Instagram. And so, and the feeling that I got this lady that I was talking to, her name's Cynthia, who I enrolled, I want to say I talked to her February 24th. Okay. And she said, reach out to me mid-March. I put it on my calendar. I put it on my planner. And I'm like, I'm going to reach out to this girl on March 18th. I think it was that Friday. And she reached out and she was just like, I'm ready. And as soon as you see the notification of Desiree, someone just joined your team, man, it's just like, I don't know if I just put a whole vibe out there once I signed this up, but I had like 2 or 3 more PDTs like, I'm ready. And I sent out my link. They haven't quite yet, but I'm waiting for Friday. I'm waiting for Friday to follow up with them. Yes. Like, hey, just in case you didn't forget, you know what I mean? I'm right here.
But that's also part of the, like, so many people come in and they want to wait until they've had the result so that they can share the result, and then that'll bring people in. But you have to do the things before, but then you also are going to get more after. So it's like, Des is so consistent. She's live posting. She's sharing her influencer application. She's talking about the business in her stories. She's talking about, she's talking about earning these $50 bonuses. But then when she shared, like, so-and-so has joined my team, like, I'm so excited for her, then more people are going to be like, oh snap, like, she has people joining her team. Like, I want to join too. And those have always been some of my best stories, and some of my best posts for attracting more people are the ones where I'm like, so-and-so just jumped in and joined my team. So-and-so just earned their first bonus. People are like, wow, like, people are really joining her and really making money. So don't be afraid to steal other people. Like, they don't have to be in your downline. Like, this is my team Zoom. So when Des hits her 4-in-1, when Kendra hit her 4-in-1, when Sam hit her 4-in-1, we should be sharing that. Like, look, my girl Des just earned, like, we're not supposed to do dollar amounts right now because FTC is cracking down, and that's fine. But, Des just earned her 4-in-a-friend bonus. She's making money, and just being excited about that. And it's just that excitement. And Des is so excited right now. You can feel it in her posts. You can feel it in her stories. You can feel it on this Zoom right now. Like, she's just pumped about her business. And that's that energy that just creates more. It creates more leads. It creates more things. Anything else that you would share with somebody who just feels like they're just, like, struggling right now? Like, they're like, oh, I just need to get my 4-in-1.
It's all about consistency. Like you guys said, like, some days are harder than others, and life happens where you're going to have all of the unexpected things come up. And I swear to you guys, in March and end of February, that's what happened to me. And I took, I think, 2 days off, and I came back and I was like, you just feel more pumped, but just don't give up, stay consistent. And and I love follow-up Fridays, guys. I can't even express to you how much I love follow-up Fridays, because I'm just going and I'm scrolling. I'm like, I haven't hit you up, I'm going to hit you up again. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm hitting them up too much, but I'm going for it. Because what's the worst people can say? The worst people can say is no.
And they're not answering. So they basically already said no anyways. Yep. And it's our job. It's not other people's job to remember to order from us, to remember that they were talking to us. We are all busy. Des just told you she works full-time in the medical field. She's a mama. It's your personal story, but she's had crazy stuff go on the last month, you guys. And everyone's like that. Like, we all have stuff going on that's not part of this business, that has nothing to do with these products. And it's our job as professionals, as networking professionals, to circle back around and say, hey, you were interested in this. I would love to get you started on it. Can I help you? Can I help you join my team? Can I help you order this coffee? And sometimes it takes them 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes them 2.5 years. But the amount of times people have come back around to me and have said, thank you for still being here. Thank you for still checking in with me. Thank you for, like, helping me do this. Like, it outweighs all of the no's 100% of the time. So thank you, Des. I love you. I'm proud of you. It's just the beginning for you. I can't wait to see where the rest of this year brings you.
And thank you for this amazing team. Oh my goodness. I really don't know where I would be in this business if I didn't have you guys. Like, seriously, each and every one of you.
We really do. We really have an incredible team. Thank you so much, Des. I love you. Okay, I'm going to bring up Miss Kylie Pops. I'm going to spotlight you. Okay, my love. So, hello. Tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about why you joined It Works, and then I'll ask you kind of the same questions that I was asking Des.
All right. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kylie Pops. I'm obviously on Hope's team, but she actually didn't enroll me. My enroller ended up quitting, and she just snatched me up and she was like, "You're my baby now." So, that's how that happened. I've been in the business for a little over 3 years. I started back at the very end of 2018. And my husband is an active duty military. So we had just moved here to Georgia. I was 6 months pregnant, trying to find a job. And my background is also in the healthcare system. I was a CMA. And when we got down here, we didn't realize like, okay, the cost of living is like super cheap. But that also means like the jobs like don't pay you very much. So I ended up having to take a $5 pay cut per hour. So every single hour I was getting paid $5 less than what I was used to. And it really, really adds up. And we were getting ready to bring in, this life into the world, like our first child. And I just needed a way to make that extra income. I was looking to make $200 a month. That would like help us survive. And I did really well in the beginning. Like I went Ruby in my first 3 months. It took me like another, I don't know, like 1.5 years to promote to Emerald. And then I was like 2000 BV away from promoting to Diamond. And I'm still trying to go Diamond. So that's where we're
That's
at.
where we find ourselves. So Miss Kylie Pops has been in the business for a minute, a lot of life up and down. She obviously has a 3-year-old now. What?
She's 3. Yeah.
She's 3. It's so crazy. And because she was pregnant when she joined my team, y'all, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So when For and a Friend came out, we had both been in the business for a minute. I know a lot of leaders have talked about how it was just kind of this weird, like it took us all a minute to like wrap our heads around what was this new system that was so different. But Miss Kylie Pops actually finished a 4-in-1 and again a whole cycle before I did. So this mama is very, very consistent. Okay. And so I want to talk a little bit. I want you to talk a little bit about that, but I want you to talk about first, let's talk customers and then we can talk distributors. So to enroll your customers, what are you doing right now?
So I'm just doing all of the things. So we know that we have our task list, our KPI list, or daily DMOs, whatever you want to call them. And I am looking at that sheet every single day and I am doing everything that I can. If I have time to do more, I'm not just limiting myself to what's on the page. I'm always asking myself like, okay, what is next? What else can I do? Is there something more that I can do for my business today? And so I'm always asking myself that question. Lately, things are crazy over here in the Pops household, but that's just something that I'm looking forward to. Like, how can I be consistent today? Maybe yesterday was, a crap show. But today's a new day. Like, what can I do for my business? As far as like LCs and like products, I am showing up in my stories. I am making the products. I'm adding product slides. Sometimes I'll even create like, I don't know if you know this, but like you can create a shopping cart link to the products that you're talking about and then add that link into your stories. So I don't do that all of the time just because like, I don't think that's the best way to go about it. Like I actually enjoy having the conversations with my PLCs. But sometimes like, I throw that in there. I'm doing product posts. I'm starting to get back into more lives. Like last night we were on Jade, Katie's, and Jackie's Zoom, and they were like, hey, go live every single day for the rest of, month end. And I was like, bet. So today, what did I do? I was on Facebook Live making my coffee with my little baby girl. Well, she's not a baby, but my toddler. And it was just fun,
Casper
right?
baby.
Yeah.
Baby
Yeah. So it was just fun. Like I'm trying to have fun with it at the same time. And I'm putting up product posts every single time. Like when someone messages me back and they say, okay, I'm done, like for host to post, depending on my goal. So that's another thing. You have to look at your goal. You have to know exactly what you need. So make sure you're keeping track of that. Like you are responsible for that. But depending on my goal, like I'm either sending them like, okay, you're entered, by the way, here's a list of products. Would you be interested? Or I'm following up with them about the business. And like, sometimes I will look at their page and like, see if like I'm vibing with them to see like, okay, she's actually like on Facebook and, posting pictures and stuff. So, I do follow up with that, to enroll and talk about like, just have those conversations about the products.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that you say all the things, because sometimes I think that people are wanting you to just say, oh, just do this. And there are things like that. You should be doing host to post. You should be doing video content. There are things like that, but really it's the full picture, because I get enrollments from everywhere. I get enrollments from host to post. I get enrollments from posting. I get enrollments from my stories. I get enrollments from messaging. Like I get enrollments from everywhere, which is how I'm able to enroll consistently. If I was only doing one of those things, I wouldn't be enrolling consistently, because I would only be getting enrollments from that one thing instead of doing all of the things I possibly can, which is generating more leads, more potentials, which is more people who are going to buy from you. So you guys, one of the things my girl Kylie does so beautifully is she just writes life posts every single day. And they're just lovely, and they just show who she is. And she takes these pictures of her and her daughter. Talk to me a little bit about writing life posts and how you got more comfortable writing life posts. Because this is something I feel like, especially like new people, maybe they just feel awkward. They feel like they haven't like accomplished that much. And so maybe they just feel like they're not like capable. I don't know, capable, or like, they're not as good as somebody who's been doing this business for a long time. So talk to me a little bit about writing your life posts and why you feel like putting up those life posts every single day is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, in the beginning, when, I first started in the business, it was a little hard. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, okay, here we go. But over the years, like, it's just become more easier. I do have a couple of tips. So number one, especially if you are starting out, I want to encourage you, please make sure that you are following as many top leaders as you possibly can. Okay. Jade, Courtney Van Auken, Hope Weston, Courtney Bowman, there's hundreds. Okay. Please make sure that you are following them, because I can guarantee a lot of my inspiration comes from our top leaders, because they know what the heck they're doing. So number one, make sure you're following top leaders. Check out their posts. What are their life posts look like? Is this something that you can relate to? Yeah, you're welcome to like follow me as well. And another thing is like with Courtney Van Auken. So I'm a mom, I'm a military spouse, and I have a kid. Courtney Van Auken is like none of those things, right? I mean, she is a wife, but like not military. And her whole like vibe and style is like traveling in an RV, like no kids, like this is awesome, it's so much fun. But there is something that I always look at her page for, and it's for those filler posts. Okay, so like you can't write a life post like 10 times a day, right? You have to make sure you're adding in those inspirational posts, the funny posts, the interactive posts, I don't know, maybe some controversial posts like Katie Bevington would say. So that's something that like I get from Courtney Van Auken. Like, I know if I want funny, I'm going to go onto her page and find something funny. I'm going to save it and like recreate it later. And that's kind of what I do is when it comes to life posting, I find the inspiration from top leaders, sidelines, Hope Weston. And what I do is I'm like, you know, this was very inspiring. I copy, I paste it into my notes. I start at the very top and I work my way down editing it because I cannot say, oh, I spent the whole day with my son. No, Hope Weston has a son. I have a daughter. So I have to make sure that I am making it me. Okay. So that's just kind of like what I do. And also, here's a really good tip. How many of y'all know that Facebook has memories? Facebook memories.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So here is why you are going to want to post at least like one life post every single day, because a year from now, it's going to pop up in your memories and you're going to be able to like change the date to like 2023. Boom.
Yep. Yep.
So that's what I do.
Best tip. When I go back through my memories, I am so grateful that I posted every single day, because now when I go back 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, last year, I have content. I have stories and pictures and post ideas from my past. It's like a gift from my past self. So buck up and do it now, so that next year and the year after and the year after, because I hope y'all are in business that long. And if you want to be truly successful, you should plan on being in business that long. You can go back through and just take inspiration from yourself. Like sometimes it's not even that I take the post like that I made. Sometimes it's even just like I read it and I'm like, then I can write a post like, wow, like this time last year I was XYZ, but now this time this year, blah, blah, blah. Like, so you're just inspiring. You can start to inspire yourself, which is so awesome. So no, I love that. And I love, definitely copying the right cat, you guys. I have been stealing and copying Jade Hooper's posts for 6.5 years. Okay, you change it because I don't have 3 kids. Okay, but even back when I started, I was a college student. I didn't even have 1 kid. She already had a kid. But you can still take it if you are reading, and you should be following leaders in this business because it's inspiring, and that's what you should have. If you open your Facebook and all you're seeing is people complaining about gas prices and stupid memes and people promoting in like spammy like ways and a bunch of people from other companies, you need to like unfollow, unfriend these, or I mean, you don't have to unfriend them necessarily, but you need to stop letting them come up on your newsfeed. You can unfollow if they're a potential, you can unfollow them, and you need to follow leaders in this business. There are so many incredible ones. If you need a list, I actually have like a list of people that I can send you, or I'm sure your leader, whatever team you're on, can send you a list, but follow them and let your news feed be full of like inspiring posts that you can read, and like you can either take them into your notes and change them, or they can just inspire you, and you can see that there are people really out here like winning in this business every single day. And that's part of like why Jade and Jackie and Katie are like doing this 90-day run thing right now, like all together, because I'm meeting people from Katie Bevington's team that are totally killing it, that are totally inspiring, that I never would have met because I'm on Team Hooper, and vice versa. So it's like really realize how many people, I mean, like our company, and insert income disclosure statement here, but our company paid out over $1 million in commissions in December, right before Christmas. There are so many people making so much money, and like there are so many people making money right now, that we should be excited and we should be like connecting and inspiring each other. That's why I wanted to do this Zoom, because I wanted you guys to see, like, there are people who've been doing this for 3 years. There are people who've been doing this for a few months. We're about to have Kendra on, who's only been doing this for a few weeks, who are earning these $150 bonuses, which is so life-changing. To just that extra $150 like a month, that extra $100 to $500 a month is so life-changing. So, okay, Kylie, I got off topic. Tell me a little bit, just a little bit, last tip, somebody who's struggling to enroll their 4-in-1 right now. They're coming to you, they're like, oh, I'm just like having the hardest time completing my 4-in-1 in a 30-day period. What advice are you giving them?
I would say a couple of things. Number one, I would suggest making the decision. Make that decision, commit to your decision, make that declaration over your goal, and then sit down with yourself and look at exactly what you need and then break it down. Maybe you're breaking it down daily or weekly. Okay. So, how many host to post am I going to have to get up daily? How many messages I'm going to have to send out weekly? Like, what is that going to look like for you? So number one, commit and make that decision for yourself. Number two, break down your goal. And then number three, obviously personal development, right? Because you have to have that belief behind your actions. That is just 80% of this business. It is 80% of this business, and the action is 20%. So your mindset, your personal growth is like, there's so much more like value on that compared to like your action. So just make sure, like, whatever personal development is for you, if it's a podcast, if it's a book, if it's YouTube videos, if it's working out, it just has to be something that changes you, because your goals and your paychecks and your bonuses and your team and your ranks are not going to grow if you are not.
Amen to that, sister. I love you. Thank you so much for being on tonight. Okay. All right, Kendra, you ready? I'm gonna add you. Hello, my hun. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Okay, you guys. So my girl Kendra came in like a wrecking ball to our team like 3.5 weeks ago. She's almost out of her first 30 days. Tell me a little bit about you, why you decided to join the business, and then we'll jump into the good stuff.
Right. Hi, my name is Kendra Williams. I am a single mom, and I'm at school down here in this little county. I have been wanting to do something extra for extra income because my kid is turning 11 tomorrow and she is getting a lot more expensive. And so I just wanted to find something that I enjoyed doing and possibly like, from home. And I literally posted on I don't even remember whose post it was, and Hope messaged me and I was like, yes, girl, like I'm in. Like as soon as I got that message, I knew that's what I was going to do. And then now I'm up to, I think, 27 customers. And I haven't even hit my 30 days.
Like I said, y'all, came in like a wrecking ball. I just love it. And I just love that, like, it just goes to show that, to me, and I've had this conversation with Kendra, but to me, it just goes to show that if you've been in the business for a minute and you're doubting whether or not people can come into this business fresh, brand new, not a whole lot of people in their network, not having ever done anything like this before, and absolutely crush it and make a ton of money and like blow it out of the water, like, yes. Like the answer is yes. Like there is people out there just like Kendra who are literally looking for an opportunity like this one, and all you have to do is be the one who connects with them through a host to post. They find your video, they find your post, you add them from a mom group, whatever it may be, and ask them. Kendra put up a host to post for me. I asked her if she was interested in extra income. She said, yeah. I gave her the details. She said, sign me up. And it was a divine thing. I spend a lot of time, and we've had this conversation. Well, I spend a lot of time, and I'm going to give my tips as well tonight at the end. But I spend a lot of time specifically praying that God will bring people into my business who are ready, willing, excited, and like raring to go. Like, I want women after my own heart to come into this business. And that's what Kendra was. She was just, I spend all of this time doing my own personal development and my own manifesting and my own vision casting. And I was, that day when I was doing host to post, it was just another host to post that somebody put up for me. She found me. So talk to me a little bit about jumping into this business. I know you were a little nervous at first. So talk to our newbies here who maybe are feeling nervous to post about the products or nervous to talk to people about the business because they, haven't seen it yet. Talk to us a little bit about how important it is to just get out there and just start posting and start sharing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be nervous at all. Like, yeah, I was at first, but you just have to post. I think I've done like one live post so far, but I'm better. I mean, you just gotta stay with it, and you just gotta push yourself. And I mean, I have like my daily tasks. I do like 50 to 75 friend requests, 10 host to post. Now I'm like starting to get like what I want to get done by the end of the day. So I mean, you have to post or you're not going to get anybody.
And I think it's like new people are so scared to not get anyone that they don't want to post, but then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy because they're not posting and they're not talking to anyone. And so then they don't get anyone and they make their own fear like come true. And so, you guys, this is what, like, me and Kendra work together so closely. Like, she came into my business less than a month ago. We've talked, this weekend I was sick, but besides this weekend, we have talked every single day. And that's why we have the training and the community that we have. Kendra uses the posts that are in our pages, that are in our boards, that she sees from other people, and she takes them and she posts them. And then if she needs help answering, if somebody messages her and she doesn't know how to respond to them, she's using the boards, which we give you day one, or she messages me, or she messages in one of our group chats and says, hey, what do I say to this person? So you have to understand that for every post, there's a response. And for every response that you get, that you don't know how to for every comment or message that you get that you don't know how to respond to, your upline does, your team does, or it's in the boards. And so there's really no reason to have all of this like nervousness about not knowing what to say. I didn't expect Kendra to know what to say on day 2, but I knew she had me and I knew she had the boards. And I just said, trust me. I just said, put up this post. If anybody responds, send me a screenshot and trust me that I'm going to help you. And she literally enrolled her first customer before the end of her first 24 hours because she just started posting and just started talking to people. So you talked a little bit about your daily tasks. So you're growing your network, you're doing your host to post to grow your network, you're getting your posts out there. We're working on live posts. I've been challenging her, you guys, because that's the other thing you have to do. You have to keep challenging yourself. So I'm like, all right, girl, bet you've enrolled all of these customers. Now I want to see you in your stories. Now I want to see you making some videos. Now I want to see you making some live posts. And that's how you're going to continue, just like Kylie was just talking about, to like grow and expand in your comfort zone. So talk to me a little bit as a brand new person who's just come into this business about just how it feels to know that you've taken the leap and now you've already earned like $300 in bonuses at least. And commissions and all this stuff. Like, talk to me a little bit about your vision for where this business is going to take you, like in the next 6 months.
Honestly, I feel really good. Like, I don't know where I'll be at in 6 months, but I know it's not going to be where I'm at now just because of this business. Yes, I do work a full-time job. I do not plan on giving that up because I couldn't right now. But maybe in a year or a year and a half to 2, I could. So, I could stay home and, maybe have another baby. But I don't know, I just want to stick with it. My biggest thing also is I work at a school, so everyone sees me daily and they can just see the pounds just coming off of me. So they're like, oh shit, like, what are you doing? Because I want that. So that's another thing. Like, you know, you got to have that confidence and, you know, tell them like, hey, I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Being a product of the product, taking that product that comes in your starter kit and taking it and using it. So I said it earlier in the Zoom, not when you were on, but I said her thing is not the coffee, y'all. She doesn't like coffee, but she's been taking the slimming gummies and the thermal fight since it came in her kit, and now she needs to order more, but she's literally already lost so much weight that people are asking her. So that's the other thing, is like, you can't decide on day 2 or day 3, like, oh, like this is too much. Like people aren't going to listen to me. Like you just keep doing a little bit every day, a couple more posts, you watch a couple more trainings, you talk to your upline, you get like this. Like I already, like literally 3.5 weeks ago, I had no idea who Kendra was. I feel like she's one of my closest friends in the business because we talk all the time. And that's how it should be with your upline. And honestly, those are the relationships that your upline is like praying for. I think a lot of new people come in and they're like, oh, I don't want to bother anybody. Like, I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to, like, you know, text her too much. No. You know how I know who my runners, my rock stars are? They're the people who are in my text messages on a daily basis saying, hey, I got this person, they're interested in this. Hey, how would you follow up with this person? Hey, you know, I'm kind of, and Kendra she's messaged me, God, dude, I'm feeling a little discouraged. I haven't enrolled a distributor yet. What am I going to do? And I'm texting back and I'm sending her voice messages. And so we don't want you to do it by yourself. That's the reason that you join a team. That's the reason that whoever you joined with as your upline, or maybe now your upline's gone, but you get on Zooms with me, or you get on Zooms with Jade or Jackie or Katie, there's a reason that you are on a team with people, and it's so that we can lift each other up and support each other and keep each other growing. And I'm just proud of you. And I'm just gonna keep pushing you. I'm just gonna keep messaging you and being like, all right, today we're gonna make a TikTok, go, or whatever it might be. Because I just think that that's so important to keep pushing you out of your comfort zone. But yeah, girl, you are an absolute rock star. I'm so proud of you. And I just can't wait to see where this business just keeps taking you. So you guys, Kendra Williams, go look her up on Facebook, because she has gotten a lot of her customers and stuff just from posting and just adding new people to her network. So definitely go check her out. Any other tips you would give to somebody who's new?
Honestly, post. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, just make sure you're being consistent with your posting. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for getting on. I appreciate you. Okay, so Miss Sam, are you on still? Yep, there she is. I'm gonna spotlight you. Hello, love. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, lovely. How are you?
Hello. We're doing all right. So,
How are you?
You're my last guest, and then I'm just gonna give a few tips at the end. So, talk to me a little bit about who you are and just a tiny bit of your journey. I know your journey is a little more complicated than some people's, but talk to me about it a little bit, and then we'll get into. I'll ask you some questions about what you're doing to enroll right now.
Okay. So, if any of you, never mind. If any of you don't know me, I'm Sam. I actually joined this business originally in like 2017, I think, or like the very beginning of 2018. I'm not sure. I've honestly been off and on, in and out of the business, but I feel like even though at the time I felt like I needed to take a step back, in reality now, like almost 4 years later, I can tell you that, like, all in all, it taught me that I wish I would have stayed in, because I would have already been double diamond, you know, all of those things. Not that I can't do it again, but you know what I mean? Like if I would have just committed and not quit, and I, like, you know, just like literally rolled through the punches and just kept on going, then I would have been a lot further. But that's why I keep going. So part of the time that I've been enrolled, sometimes my enroller's been, you know, like in it to win it, and sometimes they haven't, but that's okay, because I still have learned to follow other leaders. And, you know, like, I feel like I became best friends with you so fast, Hope. Like, I mean, all of a sudden it went from like, hi, I'm kind of a stranger, but I love you now. So like now we're going to post memes and like talk every single day, you know? But I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful for this team and I love everything that it's taught me.
Yes, absolutely. So you guys, Sam joined us last year. There was definitely some time between when she joined and when she really started, like, not just necessarily being consistent, but being consistent with the things that were getting her enrollment. So do you want to talk to me a little bit about what you feel like switched that for you? Because there was a switch for sure between like, I'm showing up and I'm in the chats and I'm posting, but like I'm not enrolling. What was that switch?
I feel like honestly, okay, so in the very beginning of the year when Jade did the 28-day Reels challenge, I felt like I literally told myself and even my husband, I was like, this is like my kind of like challenge to myself. If I cannot do this one thing, just this one task every single day for 28 days, then like, what the heck am I doing with my life right now? You know, like, what am I really doing? And sorry, there's a helicopter. But
okay.
so, well, but I feel like between that and it really was like a whole mind shift in like the whole left direction in like such a great way, because there's a difference between saying, oh, I'm so sorry. There's a difference between doing like a little bit of motivation sometimes, you know, on Mondays, I usually pray, you know, like there's a difference between doing the thing sometimes and where like every single day I wake up with my husband in the morning at like 6:30. He leaves by 7. I literally have a whole hour before Lily wakes up that I have to get my mental literally in a space where I'm going to have a good day. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if I'm sick, literally throwing up, and so is my kid. We're going to have a great day and we're going to help people enroll in what they want to do today, you know? And I feel like a lot of it was, you know, mindset, 100%. And more than that, like content prepping, because I used to never take that seriously. I mean, like I would prep a little bit, not really, kind of a little bit, or then I want to use it. It would kind of just get banked away like, oh, I might use these pictures someday. And 3 years later, I have a whole folder of pictures I've never actually looked back at again. You know?
Yeah.
I'm terrible about it.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of the year, when Jade had the whole 28-day Reels, it made me think, you know, like, what if I prep a whole month? I'm not saying every single aspect of the whole entire day, but I prepped a life post and a product post for every single day. And I saved it in boards and I shared it to all my new distributors. I shared it to my team and everybody who wanted to use it could use it. I shared it in the 90-day run and tons of people loved it. Everybody was using it. They're enrolling people too.
And even if you don't like do like you were saying, like even if it's like you get inspiration, if you don't use the life post one day. It's not a like you have to do this. It's more just like if you are somebody who is insanely busy, easily discouraged, easily distracted, which is most people who are going through life, just normal everyday life, because consistency is a muscle and you have to build it. Then you need to have this, like, make it as easy for yourself as possible. Work smarter, not harder. Like,
I feel like the tasks that personally for me are harder or take more time, those are what I prepped. I'm not going to prep a slide that I know I have saved somewhere already and that I already know I've got. Like, don't do that. You're wasting your time on things that already you have saved for yourself. Don't do that. You're going to cycle yourself in a circle to make sure that one slide looks exactly right this time. Don't do that. So I would like, for me, it's not that I don't like to do TikToks. Let's be honest. Sometimes I look like a train wreck. So I look homeless, you know? So on the days that, you know, I got it together a little bit, maybe I showered, maybe I got dry shampoo in, you don't know. I take lots of pictures. I change my clothes. I might change my top, you know, and I go in different rooms of my house and I'm just like, and then over here, and then I'm over here like this. And really, it took me 10 minutes and I have a whole week's worth of crap that I'm actually going to use and that people are going to look at. Like, and you know, we don't have time to do that every day. People don't know that I just moved around in a circle. They don't know that.
No, they don't.
And they actually
would never expect that. And I think that's one of those things where it's like, we think that our lives, ourselves, our surroundings are like, we're so much harder on ourselves than anyone else is.
Yep.
We think we're boring. We think it's not cute. We think it's not it's not interesting enough. Like,
Yep.
oh, somebody's not going to want to watch this. But it's like, it's not even necessarily about, like, no one's asking you to be an Instagram model. No one's asking you to
No.
be Charlie D'Amelio on TikTok. Like, that's not the point. The
Right.
point is that when you are being yourself and you are putting content out there on a daily basis, you are going to find people who are just like you. And guess what? People who are just like you are interested in this business.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
you were interested in this business, right? You don't want to
Right.
find people who aren't interested in the business, who
Right.
aren't interested in the product. You want to find
Right.
people who are interested, which it means
Absolutely.
people just like me and you, who usually look like this with
Yep.
laundry
And
in the
I think
back
of it-
and a toddler pulling on their leg, and like,
Yep.
that's life. So you've been super consistent with your video content. You've grown your following. You're almost at 10K on TikTok now, which is amazing.
Yep.
Working on host to post on Facebook. So where are you getting most of your customers from right now?
Honestly, what's really been helping me is utilizing all of my platforms together. I used to strictly just work off Facebook because I was more comfortable with it. I mean, like, I would share it from Instagram to Facebook, but I wouldn't ever actually work on my Instagram. It just kind of was there. So I've been like, I'll grow on my TikTok, and all those people, even if they just honestly become my friend and not just any type of conversation about the business, about a product, about anything at all has come up yet, I'll be like, hey, can you add me on Instagram real quick? My TikTok's acting crazy. You know, it's not loading right, whatever. And I get them to add me on Instagram. I get them to add me from Instagram to Facebook, and the whole cycle goes around. And same goes with host to post. I'll get people to do a host to post for me on TikTok. And by that, I mean, I'll get them to duet me on on TikTok. So it's like my giveaway is duetted. So you're sharing it. And then I'll get them to still add me on Instagram and Facebook and post it. So they posted 3 times for me, just one person.
Yeah.
Just from one conversation. And then almost all of my stuff is technically coming from TikTok and Instagram, but I end up getting them to my Facebook, and then I get them to sign up. I send them my link. Shopping cart links is the way to go. Nobody feels like having to do anything else. They're afraid that they're going to click the wrong button. They start reading too much stuff, clicking a bunch of crap. They go to some weird website that tells them anything wrong with the company because somebody breathes loudly.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. So I'll message them, I'll follow up. Even if they've ghosted me for 6 months, I'll message them again. Hey, just to let you know, really, really quick, this is my last 40% off discount spot for this Friday. Here's a shopping cart link for what we talked about. If there's anything you'd like to change, let me know. And then they just start signing up, because honestly, most of the time people forget. They're not ghosting you. They forgot because they have 20,000 other tabs in their head,
Or
just
they're
like me and you.
I would say, like, it's either they straight up forgot, like they straight up open your message, read it, and then forget to respond. Like, you guys, we all do that. Or there's this level of like, I do want to order that, but I can't afford it, and I'm embarrassed. But but they still see that you're still thinking about them. And then the next time you pop up on their feed with a life post, with a video talking about making money from home, you're in your stories talking about your business, they're thinking about that now too. So I don't want you guys to underestimate the value of the follow-up, not necessarily because it always leads to a loyal customer order, but because there's plenty of times when you're following up about the products and it ends up leading to a potential distributor because of your consistency.
I absolutely agree. Honestly, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So I think of every single person I talk to in the same exact way. It's a cycle of what you're talking about, but you want to be relatable with them. You don't want them to feel like you are literally just saying, oh, hey, buy my stuff or else. Like, hey, you better join my team or else you'll never hear from me again. You know, like, that's ridiculous. I followed Ashley Runner. Literally, I followed her on Facebook and Instagram and all of the things for a year almost to the date. And I texted her one day and I was like, I'm ready. And she said, for what? She had no idea what I was talking about. And I said, LOL for the business. And she was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. You know, she was stoked. She had no idea because I was following her, because I knew that she actually cared. She was a mom just like me. She would talk to me about things not in the business. We would have real conversations for 2 days straight about me having PPD from my baby that I just had. And she not once would say, oh, by the way, I was wondering if you want to try my defining gel. Like, you know, I called her crying. Like, you know, I actually got to know her. So I interact, I grow my people. I don't just grow for the fact of, oh, well, I hope that I get this 4-in-1. You want to add me? Like, I'm going to buy you. Like, you know, you want to be like, like when you get a reminder message or an email saying, hey, by the way, Carter's has a 5% off gift card. You're not being annoying. You're not being pushy. You literally are gently reminding them. That's it. If they want to go with it, that's awesome. And if not, that's okay too. And let them know that that's okay.
Yeah.
Still message them back that that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Totally.
ghost them.
No,
don't ghost
for
them
sure.
because
That's like one of the things, like, honestly, if you talk to enough people, if you stick around in this business long enough, I'm literally talking to a woman right now who 2 months ago, she wanted to order retail from somebody and they blocked her. She said, I'm sorry, I can't commit to an auto shipment right now, but I would love to order retail from you. And the girl blocked, like, literally didn't just even unfriend her, didn't say anything else, blocked her. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
But now she's gonna be my loyal customer. She said, okay, like, I'm finally stable. I loved the product. I ended up buying products off of Amazon because this girl blocked me, which that girl lost out on a sale, which sucks.
Right.
Right. But now she's gonna be my loyal customer, and I was like, no, like, that's fine. Like, whatever you want to do. You want to order today? You want to order next week? You want to order in a year? I don't really care. I'll still be here.
Right.
Let me know. And that's the attitude you need to have with everybody. And the more friendly and the more genuine you can be with people, the more they're going to feel that, and they're going to feel comfortable with you. They're going to want to order from you. They're going to want to join your team. So
for sure.
We're running out of time. I cannot believe it has already been an hour.
I know.
I haven't even given my tips yet. So hit me with your last, like, somebody who just feels like, God, like, I'm just struggling I feel like I'm doing all the things, but I'm struggling to enroll. What's your best tip for them?
My best tip is honestly, so I want to try to say this and not to sound harsh at all. I do like self-reflection every single month in the beginning and in the end. In the beginning, I write down 3 different things I feel like I did better on this month than I did last month. I write 3 things that I feel like I probably need to focus just a little bit more on. Maybe I need help. If I need help, I put a star so I know I'm going to say, hey, Hope, can you please help me with blah, 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 blah. Or I'll make a note like that I need to look it up on like a training or something. Like, keep plugged in so that you understand what's going on. If you don't know what products we have, you can't tell people what we've got. You know, you don't want to tell people, oh, well, let me go get the answer for you. Just don't respond for a second. Go find the answer and then get back to them. It's okay. But more than that, I would say, like, when people, even if they're not interested or don't say that they're interested right now, even if they ghost you, you still want to be on their timeline. Let them know that you still care about them. Let them know that you actually care about them as a person, and not just, if you don't buy my stuff, then I'm not going to talk to you for a while until I ask you to host a post for me. And then I'm going to ask you if you want to join my team. And then I'm going to ghost you again. So, like, don't get confused. Like, you know, don't do the same things back to people that you don't want done to you.
Yeah.
But be consistent in what you know that you want to do. If you are saying to yourself, well, I think I might kind of get like 2 hosted posts up today if I really kind of try, you're not going to get them. You're not going to do it that way. If you say to yourself, well, I'm going to get 50 hosted posts up, you're going to at least get 15, baby, because you tried, because you messaged and you posted and you did the giveaways and you did all the things. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Just try again. Every single day, you can just try again, and nothing is going to happen if you don't do it. That's okay. You're still human and I'm still human. We're all still alive. We're all still breathing. It's okay.
You wake up every day and you shoot for the moon, and some days you land among the stars and some days you don't make it out of your house. And either way, you told yourself you were going to shoot for the moon, and that's okay. And that's been like literally the story of my life this last month. So
Yeah,
thank
no,
you
me
so
too.
much, Sam. I am so
You are
proud of
welcome.
you. I'm so excited for
Thank you,
you.
thank you.
I'm so proud of you and all of your enrollments and your growing team, and your
Can I
leadership.
share something super fast?
Yeah.
Can I share something super, super fast? So I was doing some mathematical calculations in my head earlier with how much I made from like my Facebook reels and my paychecks and all that. Income disclosure in point, insert here.
Yes, insert here.
And I made like $750 in the last 3 weeks.
There you go, girl.
And let's just say I've been sick and like throwing up half of that time. So let's be honest.
Oh, I am so proud of you and grateful for your
Thanks, girl.
leadership and just grateful to have you, and just can't wait
I love
to
you
see
guys.
this year. Love you too. Okay, I am going to I'm just going to give just a couple of quick tips, you guys. I know this has already been an hour. Thank you so much for bearing with us. I hope that these ladies inspired you. I hope that you can see that they're literally just like you. Like they are not top leaders in the company, but they are making money with this compensation plan. They are not Instagram queens, but they are making this business work for them. They are preaching consistency. They are showing up every single day. They are getting excited about these products. They are getting excited about this opportunity. And honestly, they're working as a team. Like, I am just so proud of these women and how they support each other, and how they support their new distributors, and how they support people who aren't even on our team. And so I am one distributor away from earning my success bonus right now, which I'm really excited about. And so some of my best tips are the same tips that you just heard from these ladies: being consistent every single day. Honestly, full realness, the last 3 months have been some of the hardest months of my marriage, of my life, being a mother. I'm 4 months pregnant. We have been through it. I'm not going to sit here and like laundry list you all the things that my family's gone through the last 3 months. But if I did, you would be like, why are you doing a Zoom? Like, why are you not downstairs like crying or something? But I say that to say that we all have battles. Okay. We all have battles. I can't express it enough. And whatever you are battling through specifically in this season, I want you to know it's for a reason. And not just it's for a reason in like a cheesy everything happens for a reason, but in a very poignant, you are going to take what you are going through, what you are battling through, and you are going to use it to connect with people who need to hear your story and who need to see that we are real people working a real business, going through real life, making this business work for us. Because the truth of the truth is that behind every single profile, every single view, every single like, every single message, and I think, side note, we get so caught up in social media that it just becomes about the views and the likes and the comments and the leads and the host to post. But behind every single profile is a human being who, in some way or another, life has drastically changed for them in the last 2 years. I'm not just talking COVID. I'm talking the world has changed in the last 2 years. Okay. So, if you can know and understand that behind every single profile, every single picture on social media, that you're talking to a real human being who has real life things going on for them, and they just need to feel like they can do this too. They just need to feel like they can be a hot mess with kids and illnesses and jobs and school and life and trauma and family drama and all of the things, and they can still make money with this business, or they can still use these products and get amazing results no matter where they're at on their health journey. That is what they need to see. And that is what they don't need to see a perfectly curated Instagram post. They don't need to see a perfectly synced TikTok dance. Okay. They need to see, wow, she's a real person raising real kids, going through real life. She's got a real job. She's got real disabilities. She's got real, things that she goes through, that she does. And she's making this business work for her. And that's where the inspiration comes from. We're all inspired by big, successful people who do big, successful things. But at the end of the day, we're really just inspired by ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. So I want to just tell you to just embrace that and just love yourself where you're at, no matter what season you're going through of your life right now. And to use that in your content, and to use that in your conversations, and to use that on a daily basis when you are relating to people. And you are going to find those people who are meant to be in your business and who are meant to be your customers, because you're just going to find them. And that is a mindset, and that is energetic, and that is personal development. And if you are struggling to feel like you, right, it's like a self-love thing. Like I'm struggling to feel like I can do this, like I can make it work for me. That's where the personal development comes in. That's where you work with your upline to help you break down those blocks of those beliefs that you have that are stopping you. You guys, the 4-in-1 got introduced at the beginning of September. I didn't earn a Christmas cash bonus. Okay. It's March, 22nd. I haven't earned a success bonus yet, but I'm about to. And the reason is because I've just kept going through the shit show of the last 3 months and found some really amazing people, and kept the faith that I was going to be able to find some really amazing people to do this business with me, because that's what the 4 and a Friend is all about. Really, 4 customers, yes, you got to go out and get them, but really it's about the one. It's about the 4 and a Friend that you're bringing into this business, and how you're going to pour into them and teach them how to do this business, and become their friend, and become their upline and their leader. So I hope this was helpful for you guys tonight. It was super inspiring for me to hear again. I mean, I'm so proud of everyone on my team, but to hear from these ladies again and how they're out there killing it and pushing for their best lives on a daily basis. And I'm just grateful to be here. So I love all of you so much. I'll have the recording for this up on my YouTube soon. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their Tuesday night, and we'll see you next week. Bye guys.